We're back on Buckin' Billy's P51. You know we're doing some weird things to this one. Well, I don't think it's weird, but it we've made progress. I'm gonna share. I want to share a few bits of information for you when you're doing these things. Um, the 390 Husqvarna carb bolts right on these. I just want you guys to know that. And but I'm using that 372 X torque carb. I want to see. It might be too big. These are big. I mean, these are really big. Uh, I mean, it's a straight shot through them, and it's big. Okay, I had to rotate my fuel inlet because they're pointing down. I wanted you guys to know that. I covered last time. I had to turn the choke lever around and to get it so that it operated backwards. I told you in the last video how I did that. If you missed it, go back to it. Most importantly, what you needed to know was right here in that hole is where it picks up the vacuum, the impulse that runs the fuel pump. This carburetor doesn't work that way. We had to put a tap in. Okay, here's what we got. I'm going to bring you right up close. Right here. See that? That's one. See how it's at an angle? Coming up right around there. I had to keep that high and move that forward. Okay, a good thing for donor saws is I'll tell you what that is. Now, you're going to laugh at some of the things it fits. I'm just going to put this view down here. What it is, that's off the 372. Okay, I got a lot of junk cases around. Here's one right here. That's what came out of that hole right there. You guys that work on saws know. If you got just that works. Just get one of them. It's metric. Don't forget that. You're better off drilling the size smaller if you got a full set of metric. Be careful. Okay, to ensure that stayed in, I have something I want to share with you. This stuff right here, order it. I don't care if you don't need it or not. Order this. You're going to need this. When you got something you got to fix that you can't fix and nothing else has ever worked, this stuff is it. This repairs gas tanks, guys. Plastic tanks. You got to rough them up good. You know the deal. Chemical clean them. A little carb cleaner. I use brake parts cleaner. I like it better. What it comes with, actually, is their version of a super glue. And then you get a black reinforcing powder and a gray. And it tells you one of them is for metals, one is for plastics, okay? You got some plastic or metal, putting unlike metals together that don't belong, this is it. If you ever get a gas tank that's leaking, you dump that gas out, you clean that up, rough that up. You put this on first, put your powder on second. You ain't gonna believe how good that works. I used a little bit of just the glue to ensure that didn't come out, okay? It pressed in good, but I wasn't going to take any chances. Okay, remember, you can order this online. They don't give it away. It's better than a $150 gas tank or $200 handle or an irreplaceable air cleaner cover. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. There's not much that I'll plug. That I will. I've used it a long time on all kinds of stuff. And I've used it on carburetors, actually, in the past. Not chainsaw, but automotive. You know, the race carbs when they get broke. And they're $2,000 for the right carburetor. I put a little $30 fix. I don't know, $25, $30 what that costs. But that does a lot of fixing right there. A lot. I mean, a bunch. One box, all you need for a long time. I keep it on hand. I'll promise you that. Okay. Now, you know that the original carburetor had the vacuum. Now, I'm going to tell you what fits these saws. This new gasket right here is off of 272, 268, 272. That's the gasket for one of them. It's exactly the right gasket for these whole Pioneers. Okay? See that? Isn't that amazing? So, you're watching this in real time. Sometimes I'll test fit things together, make sure they fit. Sometimes I don't. I'm just in the mood today, you know. So what I'm going to do, obviously this is the air cleaner horn. So we'll put that on. We'll get the gasket on. That hole in that gasket for the impulse ain't going to matter. See, it just comes right up against the carb. It seals that way. So we're going to see if it's great or not so great. I think it's good. Is this going to be what I want on here? I don't know. Have I got my reed thickness where I want it? I don't know that either. I don't have an idea. It's a little bit of fooling around what we're doing here. Am I going to have that reed right thickness? Yeah. I don't have a reed stop on this. Maybe I want to put one on it. Buckins told me, I was a little worried. I said in that one video, I said, I'm a little concerned maybe it hit too hard. I might have to back that off a little bit. He sent me a little private message. Yeah. He told me, he says, Harv, don't back that off, man. Whatever you come up with, I'm going to run it. He's crazy, he would. By turning this nipple, be careful when you do that. They'll turn. Just be careful. Don't moose it. That brought my original fuel line where it goes on that properly. Okay. See that? Okay, so we're taking a carburetor from an X-Torque, a 372 X-Torque modern design, and putting it on something in the early 80s. Okay, the next problem we had was the vacuum. And this is an old hose. I didn't get my good stuff out. But I'm just mocking this up. Actually, it feels good. I'm surprised. And that's gonna, see that? That's on the vacuum for the the saw. And then it'll go right up here. As soon as I convince it that's where I want it to go. Okay. That line needs to be a little longer. See that kink right there? We don't go for stuff like that. It needs to be just a little longer. So anyway, what we've got the reeds, the carburation, and everything hooked up. Okay, now the next thing, you know, we've got the choke where that's going to work properly. We already know that. Now, throttle linkage. I had to look at this about 3 times. It uses that hole right there. It pushes forward, see? Look at the distance from the shaft center to that hole. All right? You see that works right. Pull the trigger, pushes forward. Okay, this has got a hole here already. I'll show that to you. It's got a hole there already. Okay, that's a lot closer to that shaft. I'm gonna give this a try and see what it does in this hole. I'll tell you why. Because it's closer to the center of the shaft. That's gonna make a fast throttle. I mean, that's gonna be when you pull that trigger, it'll be real quick. Is that a good idea? I don't know. Is anything we're doing here a good idea? Let's have fun with it. Okay, now what we did with the muffler. The original muffler for this saw was coming right up, and it was hitting the inside of this case. Okay, this is off another saw, but a particularly large exit compared to the one that was on it. You know, it is larger, believe me. And it's like the next size. And then it had this crazy baffle in it. The exhaust had to hit right here, go up around all this, and dump out. It actually is in this position, but it had to hit here, and it had to go up around and come back down and exit the hole. Well, that ain't got to do all that now. Okay, so we got carburation, we got the coil on and all that. If you want to know the truth, I'm about 20 minutes of firing this. I just want you to know that. This is really good stuff, but not as good as this. Check that out. Will you see that? Yeah, buddy. Isn't that nice? Yes, sir. You can watch that being carved. Mr. Dozer Dennis. He made that for me. He brought that down with his boy last night. I was just stunned. I was flabbergasted. I just was. I love it, man. Dozer. Good for you, bud. Thanks. You know what I'm thinking? I'm gonna put it up on that workbench. Why shouldn't I? Maybe I can do that. Maybe when we get this Christmas tree down, I should have had that down a couple days ago, but I've been out here doing personal projects. This is a great one. Bucket likes stuff like this. He's just sick. I'm sick enough to build it. He's sick enough to run it. You're gonna see me press what you can do with these saws for Buckin. He's got quite a few that I built. Some of them are a little tamer than others. That's just the way it is. Deliberately. And I didn't want to risk for a long time having one blow up on his channel. That wouldn't be good for me. I'm going to tell you what, we're going to start pressing a few that when you pull that trigger, you just wonder when that's coming apart. I know that there's been some stuff going on these forums. Guys, let these guys talk. I don't care. They even did a thread just on Iron Horse Chainsaw on one of them. Great. They're trying to stir up trouble between me and another legitimate builder. That's what they're trying to do. Don't fall for that crap. I'm not going to fall for it. I had one of his saws here, took it apart. They're trying to say that, so what? He ain't going to fall for it. I'm not going to fall for it. We're both too damn old for that crap. He does a good job, but them forums suck. Let's play Lions and Christians, okay? Go watch them forums. You'll see. I ought to put the freaking link up so you guys can go over there but you guys would be raining all over them. I don't want that. Send them peace and love, man. Buckins got that right. I'll tell you what, I resisted saying stuff like that on the channel, but the more I live that in my life, and the more you guys do and you share your experiences, peace and love, man. Just give them the love. When they're talking about me, they're not talking about somebody else. Let's let that ride. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.